Wonderful people. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning. Good morning. How are you guys? I am really excited to be here. I haven't done a live stream. I honestly don't think I've done a live stream all of 2025. So I'm excited to be with you guys now. And I'm introducing a new concept, First Fridays with Feyisola. I'm going to move a little closer. I feel a little far. A new concept, First Fridays with Feyisola, and I'm just going to talk about what's going on in my life, what's going on in business, and a quick nugget that you can implement in your own life and business. All right. First and foremost, let's just explain the situation where I'm at. I'm currently in Lagos, Nigeria. That's where I'm from. As you can tell, I have a non-English name. I'm Nigerian, and I've been in Nigeria so far for almost 3 weeks, and I'll be here for another 3 weeks. So I have a whole nother series. It's on YouTube where I'm recapping week by week what I'm doing over the course of 6 weeks. But I really love to travel. Believe it or not, this is my probably 12th or 13th trip this year, even though it's only halfway through. I've been to many different cities, many different countries. I've gone on 6 different international trips this year alone. I love to travel. I love to move to different places. And that's actually what is inspiring today's topic, today's chat, and what I wanted to share with you guys today. All right. So before I go too far, let me give you a quick intro. If for some reason this is the first video you're seeing on this channel, my name's Feyisola. I'm the owner of an event planning company called Statuesque Events. We work with nonprofits, we work with corporations, and also with couples to produce amazing events for them, right? Events as small as, let's say, 20 or 30 people, and as large as 1,000, right? We also have done single day events, multi-day events, and we've been in business for over 14 years. Now, I personally am also a business coach to creative business owners. So if you're a designer of any sort, if you do any kind of service-based business, this is what we talk about on this channel, and I'm really excited to be serving you. Now, for the past, I want to say 6 to 9 months or so, I've really been doing a lot of digging, soul searching. I've been taking a lot of one-on-one clients for coaching as well, but just deciding what this new phase of myself is going to look like, right? I think in the past, I did a lot of coaching for event planners, and I'm still going to continue to do that. However, now I've been getting a lot of other clients, people who do other kinds of creative business. And at the core of what I do is systems, marketing, and sales, which applies to any kind of creative service-based business. So moving forward on this channel, you can expect business advice for any creative field. In addition to that, we also will continue bringing wedding stuff. So we'll be bringing wedding content. You can expect a lot of wedding tips, right? Because like I said, our company still produces weddings. I am no longer really producing the weddings. My team is producing the weddings. I have an amazing team that produces weddings. Believe it or not, my team is producing a wedding right now in Virginia while I'm in Nigeria. This is not the first time that my team has produced an event while I've been away. I have total confidence. And of course, I oversee a lot of details, but they're doing an amazing job. But just a heads up, if you hire us for wedding planning, you're going to get our amazing team who is fully dedicated, focused on you, focused on your wedding, making sure that you're feeling good and your details are taken care of. While I focus a lot on our corporate events, along with one of our team members, as well as coaching. So that gives you the grand slam of what you can expect. Moving forward on this channel, business tips for creative entrepreneurs, definitely content for those of you getting married, lots of wedding advice, wedding tips, and last but not least, lots of travel content. Travel is a core part of my life. It has been ever since, really forever, but particularly since 2021. There's just something about 2020 that taught us that life is short. And ever since 2021, I want to say I've taken dozens and dozens of trips per year, and I don't regret any bit of it, right? So I'll be sharing a little bit about that. So bringing that all full circle, today on a day that I'm traveling while my team is producing a wedding for us, and I'm still running my business remotely, I want to talk a little bit about that. I want you to know that yes, I travel a lot, I go out, but there's still a lot of work happening, right? Right now, I am actually in the process of responding to not one, but 2 different corporate RFPs for, to produce conferences, multi-day conferences. And they both are RFPs that actually were sent to us. They are RFPs that were sent to us, not things that we just found online or responding to, but people who trust us, who sent it to us and said, hey, can you please bid on this? Which is even more exciting. And so there's a lot of work that I'm putting in to make sure that I'm responding to them thoughtfully, and assigning the right team members for that, right? To make sure that we're winning additional corporate contracts. Of course, we have some already that we love, and we have most of our corporate work has been, more than once. We work with a lot of the organizations more than once, and they've come back over and over again. But we also want to keep building and bringing in new clients. So I'm working on RFPs, like I said, overseeing the final details for the wedding, cross-checking things, having final chats with the lead planner, just to see where her head's at, reviewing the timelines and all of that. There's just a lot of work being done. We're still getting inquiries all the time, so responding to those and managing those, and then also creating content for you guys. So there's a lot of work with different organizations. There's a lot of stuff going on. And so with that, I want to share that, for me, because travel is a part of my life, I have to, first of all, separate what trips are a vacation and what trips I'm taking because my lifestyle is flexible. And what that means is if something is a vacation, then I have to unplug from, I'm unplugging from a lot of things online, and I'm not taking meetings, I'm not taking calls, I'm not doing anything because I'm truly on vacation. And there are other times that I have to maintain availability and maybe just adjust my schedule because I'm working, right? I'm just working from another country. Those are two very different things. For example, recently we celebrated my mom's birthday. It was amazing. It was an amazing time. We actually celebrated it in the Caribbean. We were in Mexico. This was less than a week before I came to Istanbul, then Nigeria. So crazy. And I was even going there from Denver. Long story, but we celebrated my mom's birthday. And that was a time that I needed to unplug from work, right? Because A, I wanted to be present for all of the guests who are coming in. B, hello, we're in an all-inclusive. I wanted to enjoy that. And so I really had to that. What that looks like for me is blocking my calendar and marking myself as busy. As soon as we booked what was coming up, I blocked it off. There's no way anybody could book time on my calendar or anything. And I also put out my out of office indicators for some of our retainer clients. Like I have some retainer clients that we work with organizations, so they know, hey, I'm about to be out of office for a bit. Make sure things are tightened up when it comes to weddings, so that there's really nothing that you need from me for this, 5 or so days that I'm going to be away. Now, for a trip like the one that I'm on right now, where I'm in Nigeria for 6 weeks. I can't put my business on hold for 6 weeks. If I did, those 2 RFPs that I told you I'm responding to, I would lose the business. Right? So for that, I had to adjust my, right? So I'm going to tell on myself. I didn't do it perfectly. I actually did forget to block off my Monday evenings. Monday evenings is usually what I leave open for clients who want to meet me in the evening, meaning you live in on the West Coast, right? And evenings for us are afternoons for you, or some of our wedding clients and things like that. I usually like to leave Monday evenings open. However, I forgot to block that off as unavailable for the time I was in Nigeria. So I did have a client schedule a call for 5 to 6 p.m. on Monday, the very first Monday I was in Nigeria, by the way, which then ended at, which is 10 p.m. in Nigeria, which means it ended at 11 p.m. That wasn't too fun, but I did take the call. I was able to serve the client and work them, right? And so those are some things that you want to do, is like adjust your schedule, the times that don't work for the time zone you're going to be in, just block those times off. Say, hey, for the next 2 weeks, I'm only available during the day, etc. That's normal. We accept that from doctors. We accept that from lawyers. When we look at people's availability and people aren't available, we accept it, right? So we should be able to do that too, for that time period as well. Something else I always do is I try to button up as much as I can, like try to get ahead of schedule with different projects I'm working on before I leave, so that people just want less from me. Because the truth of the matter is that, yes, I'm in Nigeria, yes, I'm working, but I'm working less because I want to experience the place I'm in, right? So one of the things I do for that is to try to work ahead on projects, so I don't have as many demands on me, as many like really difficult things I have to do, so I can work for maybe 2 hours a day and still get the things I need to get done, right? Last but not least, my laptop. I even brought my webcam. It's nice and small. My laptop, I've used a MacBook Air for the longest because of how easy it is to tote around. Right, I can fit it in my Neverfull. I can just fit it in a large purse and carry it. It's not too heavy. That is what you need, because essentially, if you're going to be living this traveling lifestyle, you need a mobile office that you can move around. So that is the summary. You can probably hear a kid